They're all going to be rusted out, and mine will be worth a good amount of money.
No, it won't.
I bet you. I bet you if I ever do sell it, I bet you I could.
I
Get
listened
20
to
for
something
it.
the other day. A guy was talking about how people collect things, and they have these whole collections of things, and then they store them in storage units and pay for 20 years to store these things. And then they're so excited, but they never take into account the money that it took to store those things that length of time.
$300, $400.
And then your time of actively, acquiring and curating, right? We don't have anything. I mean, maybe if it brought you joy or whatever, then awesome. But people just do this shit. Like he's like the YJ will jump in time, value one day. Yeah. So you could have done that in 4 days with Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Well, I got Bitcoin too. No, I'm buying Bitcoin every week too.
Radio Made Easy, what's up, buddy? Landfill, Andrew, what's up? Gold Leader, Brawl Dog, Curie, Kin, what's up, guys? Anybody know what a YJ Jeep is? It's the super lame Jeep.
It's the coolest Jeep.
It's not the coolest Jeep. There's very few cool Jeeps. Remember when we went to the restaurant the other night and you felt like you were pregnant because that Jeep was there with those 40-inch tires on it? It instantly like impregnated you.
Oh, yeah.
That's a cool Jeep.
That's a cool Jeep.
That was a cool Jeep.
Probably $100,000 Jeep. So
still a cool Jeep. It takes $100,000 to make a Jeep cool.
Well,
that's very true.
He spent all that money on his Jeep, and it does look awesome. But what's the point of 40-inch tires if you're not going to go off-roading? And then you don't want to take thing because you've got expensive ass seats.
If he needs to, his ass can.
A dude with a Jeep like that doesn't give two shits about taking that off-roading.
That's a good point.
Just finished my taxes, unfortunately, paying out more than haters making. You that's very true, man. Wait till you get employees. You'll pay more in payroll taxes. 100,000 Jeep, quarter tank of gas. Yeah. DH, what's up? How are you guys? Radio, we should ship those pouches today. I counted them out. There was all 40 of them.
Jeeps with ducks are gay. Hey, man,
The Jeeps with ducks. So the Toyota thing is they give out Yodas. Have you seen those?
Yeah. Whenever I get done off-roading and I'm taking my bubble bath, I know I got all those ducks.
You never go off-roading.
I go off. Well, I haven't been. I don't go in the winter.
Why? That's when the ground is frozen and you can go off-roading.
Yeah, that just makes it like boring. There's no risk of getting stuck. That's like the whole thrill of it is that you might get stuck out somewhere, and now you got to figure out how to get back.
Reed Spencer, what's up? Hey, this is Reed 2.0 right here.
Yeah.
You guys have never met.
Oh, have they ever been in the same room?
No.
We don't know.
They're not even aware that each other exists.
Oh my god. Reed still look like a vampire?
I don't know.
Very pale.
He does. Really? He looks white in all the pictures.
Is he coming out to the party?
Probably not.
Tell him I said he can.
Reed, Brandel, talk to your mom. She said you can come to the party. Yeah, radio. Amanda was showing me the messages this morning. If you need a write-off, I had kids you can adopt. Granddad collects ducks. When he died, I kept them. So now I have 30 different rubber ducks in the bathroom. Gold Leader, was he a Jeep guy, or did he just like collect like bathtub ducks or something? Brandel, you're whiter than me, he said. No.
I'm pretty tan now. I've been outside in the last year once.
When is the party? Curie, when is the party? It's in June.
Yeah, June
14th. Yeah, I think it's 14th.
Isn't that Juneteenth? Is it?
Yeah, come in blackface. I'll have some black stuff here. You guys can all blackface, but the shit we're putting on you guys, it won't come off. I love all those videos of the kids painting their faces black, and they get up next to their parents in the dark. June 14th. Jarhead Acres, what's up? SOEparty.com. There you go, guys. Significance of the ducks with Jeeps. I don't know.
It's because
the Jeeps are so shitty. They had to come up with something cool.
It's duck. It's a play on duck goose. Is basically what it is. Like whenever you see a Jeep, you take one of your ducks and you leave it in their door handle, and then it's just like a game that you play with other Jeep owners.
It's pretty gay.
It's more gay.
Have you met any girls doing that?
Yeah, I have actually. Yeah.
Oh,
YJ, somebody.
Yeah.
Chicken
Was
YJ.
she a softball coach?
No, she wasn't attractive, but
Of course she wasn't attractive.
it counts.
It's gay. Your dad even
Gay.
says it's gay. It's gay to the third power. Definitely gay. Yeah. Gays across the board. Super
That's
gay.
Gay to the third power. That's funny.
Just legalize 70 Series Land Cruiser in the U.S. and bury the Jeep market. No shit. There's a new Ford Ranger Super Duty, but it doesn't look like it's the size of a Ranger. And I'm listening to this thing this morning. Sounds badass, like everything about it. And it's not coming to the fucking American market. They won't let it in the
Someone
U.S.
near me was putting real dead ducks on Jeeps.
That's awesome. That's fucking great. Hilux.
Can you get? Do they sell Hiluxes in America?
You can get them, but not very many of them.
Those are the ones that the Taliban use, right?
Yeah, but there's a Hilux 4Runner also. They're all right-hand drive trucks, diesels. There's one close here for sale. I don't know if he sold it or not. Lance has it.
Man, they drive those things for forever. Never change the oil or anything on them. They just don't stop.
The Chevy model that looks like a better version of a Bronco, like a modern one? I don't know.
Dude, have you seen the
crash test with the
new Bronco?
Yeah.
So the passenger side, the beam between the side window and the windshield blocks your view.
Yeah, now when you say new, you mean like in the last 4 years worth. Yeah. They do not stand up in wrecks. Parle Dix? I have no idea who that is.
Gruesome twosome.
What's the official vehicle of the SOE Camden Mafia? I don't know. Whatever you want. You're grown ass men. You earn that money. You fucking drive what you want to drive. K6. I don't know what a K6 is. Have you seen the Grenadiers? I don't know if I have, Reed. Are you in Wyoming right now? Where's those bags at? Let me have the small one. The big one's fucking huge. Okay, not that one. This is the small one. Let me see the next size up.
Medium.
The medium.
It's still huge.
It's still. And then there's the 30-inch one. It's pretty cool.
I'm gonna try to fit this bad.
Yeah, let's see this one. And then there's. I can't even see. There's this one. It's got the full foam kit in there. We need to build a little compartment that'll just hold a rifle in there that you just put it in. We could Velcro it to the walls, but I want to do a separate padded one.
Separate padded thing that your rifle slips
in
and puts in.
Yeah, and that whole box just fucking goes in there.
Yeah.
What are these? We don't even have a name for them yet. Trying to get a trip together. People don't want to get out and do shit. Nick, where are you and where are you trying to go? What kind of trip? Tribe. You're trying to get a tribe together. Well, you have to have something to offer to attract, right? You got to fucking just do what you think is right and similar people will show up. But if you're out in the middle of nowhere and you're trying to lure hot chicks from the city, you got to drug them or something. I mean, they're probably, you got to fucking trick them into getting in your trunk and then they just wake up there. Is that the mystery? No, it's not the mystery order. I don't even know how we're going to ship these things.
Cut them in half.
Put them in half. Send them here's your bag. Put it together, motherfucker. Staples. Smoothie truck. That's how Reed would get them, with a smoothie truck. Somebody, I love the Hip Camden, Tennessee page, the local event. So somebody moved here, and you can tell that they've not ever run a business because they've moved to the most impoverished county of Tennessee. And they're like, hey, I've got this great idea. I'm going to start a fish store. So I'm reading these comments. There's like 120. Like, you're going to sell raw fish to eat, or tropical fish, or like a pet store. Like, what kind of fish store? So all the good idea fairies are like, I'd buy clams if you had baked clams. Like, just, I'd really like a drive-through chicken gizzard and heart place, livers, like drive-through. Fucking weird. So then they made another post, and they actually are talking about like a fish store for tropical fish. Awesome. It'll never fucking live here. Yeah. It won't ever, like, you can't even fucking pay your rent. And they're like, we really like fish, but I don't like having to motherfucker, how do you think you're going to get your fish for your fish store? There ain't a fucking fish route truck that drives around with some fucking fish. You're going to mail them. Like, they've killed that shit. And a fish store doesn't make money on fish. It makes money on all this fucking stuff. The fish food, the carbon, the filter media, the parts, right? Amazon killed that shit. That market's fucking dead for a newcomer, especially trying to do like you have to have all the fish stores that are out there that are doing fucking awesome. They're a destination. They have huge like aquarium trade. It's like going to Blade Show, but for fish. And one of the best interviews, not best, but the one that I think people could get the most value out of that Jack Spirko did, is he interviewed this aquarium dude. And he talked about, and that's where that perspective came from. He had like a couple hundred, he was working in a fish store, and every day he would just do a little short video on a different fish. And after 6 months of doing this or whatever, he had a few hundred, maybe 1,000 subscribers. And he got busy. They moved houses, had a baby and shit. And he hadn't even looked at his YouTube. And when he came back, he had like 10,000 followers and tons of comments. People like, I wish you would do this again. So he started doing this, and he's got this badass fish store. It's a fucking destination. But where he really makes his money is on shipping. He started going to China, and he would have aquarium filters made and filter media and the charcoal filters and all the shit. And he's like, I'm just not going to ship fish. It just seems difficult, right? But they seem to have it down, because I buy fish through the mail. They come FedEx, get them the next day, and I've never had a problem with any of those fish. I lose more fish bringing them home from Nashville than shipping them in the mail. But to open a store here, if it's something you want and you're like, your wife just like, I don't want all these fucking aquariums in the house, more power to you. But you cannot fucking be profitable without shipping. For sure. Because Camden has no market.
And I feel like when you walk into a fish store now, the fish area is like a quarter of the size it used to be.
It's dwindling. And it sure is, like, man.
People would much rather buy lizards, snakes.
Yeah,
dogs.
Yeah. And well, the reptile is like the perfect pet too. Yeah. It's like single mom, apartment, or not pet allowed, because nobody knows you have that thing. Yeah. And you can miscare for it horrendously, and it has the ability to survive still. Yeah. You don't have to worry about the water levels and shit.
Every week you got an exotic fish dying.
Yeah.
You're like, well, there goes $500 on my dog face puffer.
See, look, if the fish are gonna die anyway, just do fish fights out of the back. There's enough degenerates in Camden, and that's just wash your money through the
like
fish
Walmart
store.
Doesn't even sell fish anymore. I'll bet there's people right now listening to this that never even knew Walmart had fish. They had a whole fucking back wall of fish. But there was those dudes said they started doing beta fights. That was awesome.
Shipping shrimp.
There you go. I bet a mess store would do really good. Fucking exactly, bro.
That's why there's a vape shop every 5 feet, because they do good here, because all the crackheads go in there.
Yeah, shipping shrimp pays for all my aquarium supplies.
Indoor
Victory Garden. Victory Garden. Do you breed a lot of shrimp? Like, is that your thing? Do you do that? This motherfucker heard indoor shrimp farming the other day, and he's been saying it ever since. He's got a tattoo, full tramp stamp, says indoor shrimp farming.
Absolutely. It says I got one on my leg. It says shrimps is bugs.
Do you really?
No.
He's into gumping.
I know a guy makes a killing shipping different plants. I got my fish at Walmart. That's because you're not a child anymore, motherfucker. I bet you're over 30, aren't you? How old are you, Reed? I had a department store named Swallens that sold all kinds of critters. Dude, I was looking up old Nashville stores, I think, on YouTube. And there was a department store in the 60s, I think. It might even had been there still to the 70s, like a Woolworth or something. And it's a 4-story apartment store, and they had fucking monkeys in there. They had, the dude just wanted, like, hey, he had crazy shit. Like all through, you would just walk through this store and it was different kiosks and you could buy furniture and electronics and shit. But he had fucking chimpanzees and all kinds of monkeys and shit. He had a whole area. No, they're in cages and shit. But people got bit a couple times, and that was kind of the end of the monkeys.
What's the biggest lizard you can legally own? Can you own anything that could eat you?
I don't know. They're not really gonna, like, even a Komodo dragon, right? They're bacteria. They might bite you, and then the animals, like when they bite goats, the bacteria in the mouth like liquefies the fucking goat over time, and then they go back and eat the carcass.
Have you ever seen those videos of them eating shit?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, they'll eat them alive, and they always start on their.
So I haven't seen that, but like the Salvador water monitors, I had big lizards. We had black throats, we had white throats. The white throat is just a bigger savanna, but the Salvador water monitors are pretty good size. We had all that shit. I had a baby rabbit, and I was letting it hop around in the showroom in Oceanside, and that lizard came running. When I let the lizard out, it just, like, its tongue comes out and flicks, and its tongue comes out like this far, and it just flicks. And it went running, and he went way faster than I'd ever seen him move. And he fucking ran right through the whole fucking shop to get that rabbit. And the rabbit got behind we have those pull-out drawers that were full of, like, holsters and shit. And that fucking lizard wedged his way between those and got a hold of that rabbit. And that rabbit screaming, you could hear it all through the building.
Oh my god!
People from the other side of the building in the sew shop were coming over to see what it was doing. And it's just fucking, it flails the rabbit around.
Damn. So there was a dude, I think this was in America, and his neighbor, like, said they smelled some shit. It smelled horrible,
and it was eating him.
And they called the cops for a welfare check, and the cops opened the door, and they were like, "Oh shit!" And they shut the door, and there were like 7 lizards in there, and they fucking ate that guy.
Yeah, that happened in Arizona. I'm sure it's happened a few times. Working livestock for money is tough. Better to produce a non-perishable product. Reed, yes, I do have the snake trailer. I do not have any reptiles. I have no reptiles at all. No exotics or anything right now.
There's just so much that can go wrong with livestock.
Someone should make an animal store, supply store, that sells all the meds that are good for animals. And also, they do. It's called Tractor Supply. We're coming to Paris Sunday to start looking at land. When I started taking John's advice, I was living in a camper sewing. Now we have a multi-million-dollar business and are ready to buy land. Did you get a hold of Amy? Did she get a hold of you, Olivia? Have you spoken with her?
What do you guys make? What do you guys sew?
Hot Head Stalls is the name of the company. You know what that is?
I don't.
You know all that BDSM fetish bullshit you like to dance around in?
No,
it's like that, but for horses.
For horses?
Yeah, less faggy.
Wow.
That's rich people shit, man. Two kinds of people have horses. People that have no fucking money because they have horses, and people that have so much money that they can have horses. So,
horses like literally don't make any money unless you're renting out.
No, they try to kill themselves all the time. They eat trash cans and all kinds of crazy shit. She's not selling horses.
I love watching the videos of people riding horses, and the horses jump up and flip backwards.
Fucking kick them, like fucking kill you.
Or people get kicked in the face.
Sarah, how are you? Rodney Scott, what's up? Yeah, we'll have to do a podcast when Olivia's out here.
Vape shops everywhere. Dude, vape shops is lucrative, man.
Sell people their vices. And there wasn't any control on the vape either. You could just make it.
Oh, there's so many videos of all those Chinese kids making vapes, and they just go through and they're sucking on every single vape in the fucking container.
Did you see the guys making the COVID masks? They're on dirt floor huts, and the masks are just all over the floor and shit, and they're fucking sewing them in their house.
The crazy thing is that's probably the cleanest that those masks are ever going to be, because you know those motherfuckers are going to put that thing on and they're going to wear that same mask for 6 months every day.
Some of those motherfuckers are still wearing those masks. It's their costume, and you can see like where the yellow from the breath coming through is.
We were in town one day driving through town, and there was a dude in his car wearing 2 masks.
Yep,
in his car. I didn't get that.
Probably an electric car.
Yeah.
I don't want to end up like Christopher Reeves. You got those little rapists over at your place. Little fucking goats. You need a trampoline and teeter-totters and shit. We get asked all the time if we want to make bondage gear. You should make swings and shit. It's a whole separate market. You could do a whole nother company, and you could fucking offshore some of that shit if you needed to.
You do latex. That stuff's, dude, the latex shit. It's expensive. It's expensive shit. I don't have any of it. I
feel like he runs around in like a dog suit.
And a dog suit.
How many times has your mom found you passed out and had to revive you?
With the tourniquet around
From
my
your
neck.
self-auto asphyxiation.
Probably has like, full zip.
It probably doesn't even affect her anymore, does it?
No, she's never caught me. So
she's like, stop being naked when you die.
$30 per mask to clean masks.
Wearing masks in the car, absolutely wild. Yeah, you see them out, you're like, you don't have to do that anymore. Wearing masks in the car, absolutely wild. Battle made a machine to clean N95 mask, costs $30 per mask. Y'all see the electric semi company admitted their proof of concept prototype was just a video of it rolling downhill. I think Tesla has those self-driving trucks though. I think those were
they're badass legit. Too. They're crazy fast.
Ugly people should continue to wear it. I always wonder that when you see the girl at the register still wearing the mask, you're like, I wonder if she has like some terrible dental work or something, like something maybe a bear ate her lips off or something.
It made way too many people look good.
People, did you guys wear masks when all that
shit was happening?
So people, there was like this
we sold masks for a couple months.
People would like emote with just their eyes, and then you would be blank faced under the mask. So people, whenever the mask came off, people were emoting with their eyes, but their mouth wasn't doing anything.
Now kids have no idea how to react. Your dad said that your mom wouldn't revive you.
She wouldn't. She would be like, "Is he having do we have life insurance on him? Do we have a policy on him?"
I should take a policy out on you.
I was talking about getting a motorcycle for a while. And the one thing that my dad said, he was like, just make sure you get a life insurance policy and make me the beneficiary.
You don't have a life insurance policy?
Fuck no.
It's like $9
I don't have any insurance. I have car insurance and that's it.
You should have multiples.
Because they're gonna fuck you. If they can find a way.
Who's they?
Insurance company.
Everybody said life insurance is not paying out on people who have had the vaccinations. They said because it was voluntary or self choice or some shit.
Well, I'm more afraid that I'm going to die from a random semi crushing me.
Well, then your family sues the company that the semi owns and get a bunch of money. You don't need a life insurance policy.
Rocco, what kind of belt did you get, bud?
Put Bitcoin in a health savings account.
Checking with the taxidermy guy on a rabbit with a top hat. Where's your guy at, Craig? There's a taxidermy auction that's on every Sunday, and they sell anything you buy from them taxidermied. They have little top hats and canes and monocles and shit that they sell for like an extra $5-10.
You know about the pulling a rabbit out of a top hat? Can we get a taxidermy of pulling a top hat out of a rabbit?
What?
Huh? You didn't get that?
No, we don't get that.
I'm hearing what you're saying.
But because the magic trick where you pull a rabbit out of a top hat.
Where am I pulling the hat out of? His ass?
I guess. I mean, it could be the mouth.
Do you just think of shit to say, or like
that's from a movie, I think, but that would be cool.
It's from a movie, but I can't tell you what movie it is.
What's the magician movie?
Houdini?
No, fuck. What's that?
Harry Potter?
No, I can't think of this dude's name.
Lord of the Rings.
Is it Catch Me If You Can?
Catch Me If You Can was about a counterfeiter.
Yeah, I can't think of the name of the movie. But this chick did a magic trick where she pulled a top hat out of a rabbit.
I want to see a guy do all the taxidermy from Dinner with Schmucks. What was the other? There's another movie I watched. they were at dinner and somebody died or got killed, and it was a whole catch me if you can type thing, and there was all kinds of crazy shit in there. Maybe it was Dinner with Schmucks, but I have a ton of
Now
the
you
shit.
see me. That's it. Now you see me.
I have a ton of that shit.
Yeah, now you see me is that's what it is. That's the movie I'm thinking of. I think it's the second one.
Knives Out's the one I'm thinking of. The Illusionist. Knives Out's the one I'm thinking of.
And this is the last time.
I don't know how things are at your house, but when this motherfucker shows up here, I swear to God, he like gets on Reddit and he's like, "What's the craziest, stupidest shit that I could say to get somebody to punch me in the fucking throat?" And he like steps it up every day. It comes up even every day. He's like, "I'm going to buy a Tesla." I'm like, "Why are you going to buy a Tesla?" "Well, they're 13 grand. "Yes, because they need a $40,000 battery." "Why are you buying?" "Well, because I'm going to Florida." "Why don't you just rent a car?" "Well, because I just need to buy a car." "Why do you need to buy a car? You literally can walk to work in 2 minutes." "Well, I was going to sell the Jeep and get a car." I'm like, "You should absolutely get a car, a brand new one with a warranty that nobody looks at, and drive that motherfucker for 5 years. In 5 years, you're going to put 3 sets of tires on that car, and then you're going to fucking trade that motherfucker in, and there's not going to be anything wrong with it. And in 5 years, you can get a car that you want. But right now, you just have the fucking reliable car." Teslas are the cheapest car to rent at the car rental place. Is that true?
Well, shit, maybe I'll just rent a Tesla.
Season 2 of 1923. I think I'm watching season 1. He was on the train with the hobos and had to kill some hobos, and then jumped off the train, and his wife is having terrible problems getting across the United States. I think that's season 1. Insurance is a scam. When I had health insurance, I paid more for medical care because of deductible than I do now paying cash. They give you a price 3 to 4 times higher when you have insurance. So she's absolutely right. Listen, I say this all the time. Here's a good example. Brandel needed an MRI the other day. $6,500. He's like, "I don't have insurance. I'm paying cash." "Oh, it's only $900 for the same fucking thing." And if he had insurance, it would have been $6,500. And if he had a deductible, he'd have had to pay $32.25. It would have cost him way more having insurance. Classic hobo killing. I have to talk him out of stupid shit on a daily basis. I think he just does it for attention. You should just walk in every morning and start his day by throwing 5 gallons of cold water on him. It'll take it out of him. You guys clearly, like John Dillard said, Master Sergeant Dillard said, when he was acting a fool, him and his sister in a restaurant, his mom would always throw iced tea on him. Just throw fucking everywhere you went, they had iced tea, and they would just fucking throw iced tea on you, and it just took it out of him. It just ended whatever was going on, and he turned out to be a perfect grown-up human being. You have to be 25 to rent a car. His parents can rent a car.
That is my parents.
I know.
Dad, rent me a car.
You rent a fucking U-Haul.
That's actually, so they charge per
and this
mile.
This motherfucker's like, "Yeah, it's gonna take me 27 hours. I go, "Why?" "Because I don't get on the interstate." "Well, then fucking rent a U-Haul."
Why don't you get on the interstate?
That's not a, getting on the interstate in that car is not. Because
in what car?
In the Jeep.
I thought you're renting one.
I'll probably end up renting something.
Rental cars are really cheap.
I mean, it's still going to be, because you end up paying per day, and then you also end up paying a rate per mile as well. You don't pay a rate per mile.
Miles for like $70 a day.
So Tesla, the highest depreciating vehicle you could get. Nothing is impressive about cars beside the speed.
Yeah, if you buy a new Tesla, you are, like, say you spend $60,000 on a new Tesla, you're losing 40,000 of that the moment you drive off the lot.
Yeah, Pierce had 3 of them. Every one of them had something. Something was wrong with it. If you want an electric car, get a Porsche Taycan. Taycan, those are fucking badass, and they run on gasoline also.
Who has the propane setup? Is that Tim with the propane setup in his truck too? He can run it off propane.
I don't know who that was. I don't think it's Tim, because Tim was just here and there was no propane tanks in there. I know what you're talking about. Go rent a truck from Lowe's or Home Depot. My son's 23, closed on his first house today, renting a U-Haul later today. That's fucking badass, man. That's badass. Yeah, Reed, you're older than this kid. How old are you?
23.
With life experience of a 12-year-old.
Yeah.
Tesla. Do you like, when you say those stupid things, do you like, I wonder what I could get chicks with? Is that what you think? Or do you think, do you start off with like, I don't ever want to have a woman. I don't want child support, so I'm going to do this thing here.
You know, both are, I consider both.
Have you ever considered taking all that energy and putting it on yourself just so you don't have to try to get women? They just want to be with you?
Yeah, that's kind of like the idea is to not spend energy on women.
How's that working for you?
I don't have any women, so.
Do the Teslas have a biohazard mode? I've heard that they do. I don't know if they all do.
So Teslas, if the airbags on a Tesla deploy, then there is a kill switch between the battery and the rest of the car.
I don't know if you know this, but that's on all cars. It cuts off the fuel supply too. Also, if you roll over, because if you're doing vehicle tactics and stuff and you're going to be doing pit maneuvers and shit, you have to enable that.
Yeah. But like, you're stuck. If you crash a Tesla in the middle of the road and the airbags deploy, you're stuck right there. You are not moving. You're not going anywhere. You cannot turn the car on.
Correct. I think that's the case on most vehicles now. Yeah. Yeah. They do have an override where you can manually open the door though. Yep. I've heard somebody talking about that this morning on a video I was watching. 23. I married someone 10 years older than me for a reason. I just shake my head at most people my age. Yeah. And women, you know, when a man and woman split up and the man gets a younger woman, that's looked down upon by the ex and, you know, other women. But the fact is, women want security, right? An older man is more desirable because he has lived life and he's gotten a lot of that shit out of his system. And he's now somewhat in his path, right? And financially stable. And an older man, he can care for her. She is more secure with him. Whereas a dude who's 40 or 50, when he looks at another woman, a 40 or 50-year-old woman is usually coming with several kids and all kinds of other emotional bullshit. He can start by moving out of his parents' basement.
This guy told me to stay in the basement as long as I fucking can.
Who did?
You did.
I told you that?
Yeah, you said live with your parents as long as you fucking can.
I said sneak in and eat all their food.
I only date older. I thought that said I only date older men.
He said I only date older than me. I only stay with my own kind. Isn't that what that chick said?
Yeah. She was like, you were like, you ever been with any black guys? She's like, I've only
like, you got a little black baby out there somewhere? I only fuck guys my own kind. I've been studying high-speed driving, loading this. What does that mean? Like, are you going to Crucible or Kelly McCann, or you're going to BSR, or you're just reading about it? That motherfucker could read about it. He's like the Rain Man.
It's like I worked with a dude that borderline sociopath. I worked with him at Bridgestone Arena, and he was talking about going to become a pilot, and that he was getting his pilot's license. And I didn't see him for like 6 months, and he came back one time, and I was like, "How's the pilot thing going?" He was like, "Yeah, they're letting me fly twin engine planes now." And I was like, "Oh my god, they're letting you fly planes?" He was like, "Yeah, like on a simulator." And I was like, "Okay,
it's just
okay,
hours,
good.
Hours and rating." All right, guys, we better get off of here and go do some real shit. We got some videos to do. Shane Gillis bit about chicks with black guys is funny. I'm not familiar with it. We're going to have a black and white party. Black people are going to go in whiteface and white people are going in blackface. Who's doing defensive driving classes, Dakota? Isn't Instructor Z does some defense.
Yeah, he does.
Does he?
They do it every, I think, like 6 months at the airport, the Nashville airport.
Like for dudes or for like
For everyone.
how not to get fucking hijacked kind of shit?
It's for everyone. It's for women. He teaches a course for that. It's like a 3-day course, and I think he has each day is dedicated to something different. Like that.
But not for soccer moms, like for fucking shooters and shit.
Yeah, it's 4 shooters one day like that, like real dudes, and then the next he'll also do like wife things, like how to not get mugged. What happens if a mugger gets in your car with you? So he does a lot of it though.
Just don't fucking stop. Do not stop. If somebody is in front of you,
soon to be lost skill, standard transmission.
There's a lot of those videos of people on like off ramps and stuff, single lane off ramps, and people stop in front of them and get out.
Tactical rifleman does a defensive driving class.
Mm-hmm.
Carl does.
Yeah.
Z works with those guys, or is friends with those guys.
He works when they were.
Yeah, they do classes
together with deployments.
Can we get on that track at your place? No, not happening.
Flat Rock?
No.
They
built it like it was going to be great for the community.
It ain't great for nobody but billionaires. We can go to the Carthage track.
The abandoned one?
Yeah, we can get on that.
There's not even asphalt there anymore. Is it?
It's not bad. I've seen a few videos of guys running around on it.
Is Carl in Tennessee or is it Kentucky?
Carl's in Clarksville.
Clarksville, he is?
Close to Clarksville.
Isn't there a track here in town?
Yeah, it's a fucking dirt oval track. A bank. Yeah, it keeps you up some Saturday nights. It's fucking loud as can be. Ever notice how fast food places block you in if you are in line to get food? I always prep my EDC if I'm going to a drive. Yeah, you're in a trap right there for sure. The real answer is don't go to fast food places.
A lot of them now will, like in Nashville, all of them have the curbs along the entire sides of the drive-through. So once you get in, you can't get out.
Do you remember when we went to the great chicken sandwich comparison video we did?
Oh, yeah.
We went to Popeyes and we're an excursion, and I swear Popeyes, their drive-through goes, it's a fucking 90-degree angle. It's a square. We had to back up like twice to get the truck there. And when we get up there, she's like, we ain't got no chicken sandwiches.
We were like, you have it on your window.
When Popeyes first came out with that chicken sandwich, they were running out of them every day, and people were fucking stabbing each other over those sandwiches.
That was the first time I'd ever been to a Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
I've been there maybe one other time. Chick-fil-A is nasty. It's horrible.
I like the milkshakes.
Yeah, I got a milkshake when we were there.
Yeah, I like their milkshakes, and I like their chicken noodle soup.
At Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, they have a really good chicken noodle soup.
If you say thank you to them at Chick-fil-A, they have to say my pleasure.
Well, we got they're like
time.
some fucking little gay cheerleader boys on crack. Yeah. They are super energetic and they are fucking happy to see you. Yeah. I'm like, so who has the best chicken sandwich? And he had a whole fucking 5-minute speech prepared.
Impressed.
Yeah, like he really knew his chicken sandwiches.
You can go up there and torture him and just keep saying
he was a good representative for the company.
Waffle fries for the win. I'm not.
What are waffle fries?
They're just, it's like a way that they cut the potatoes.
Yeah. Oh, with the wedges on them?
Yeah, with the waves.
They usually put some seasoning or something on them.
Every time I eat there. I like Chick-fil-A. I really like Chick-fil-A.
It's not that bad.
I like the chicken sandwich.
They're
yeah. There's videos of people just going up there and saying thank you just over and over again, and they're like, my pleasure, my pleasure, my pleasure, my pleasure, over and over.
Super low in carbs, and you can get a 50-pack of them for
chicken nuggets.
$15. Yeah, pretty good. Not the worst, not the best.
Huh.
I'd rather eat Zaxby's. But
I've never been to a Zaxby's. I see them. They're in Nashville and stuff.
They're not bad.
Something Canada did right.
Yeah, poutine.
Didn't Sky make poutine that one time?
Maybe. It sounds like something Sky would do.
Canada came in. She's like, yeah, they sell this at McDonald's.
What was the best chicken sandwich? What was it?
I think you guys picked Popeyes.
No, we never got a chicken
No,
sandwich
we
from
didn't.
Popeyes.
We went to another one. We got it. It took us 3 hours that day
Oh my god!
to get those.
Did you guys
sandwiches.
wait 3 hours and eat all of
And
them
by the
together?
time we got it back here, it was cold as could be.
Did we bring them back here? No, we ate some of them in the truck.
Yeah, but I remember having it on the metal table in there and you trying it too.
I love the eliminated Chick-fil-A. All right, guys, we got to go do some other shit. Thanks for hanging out, talking for a few minutes. We will see you guys tonight, 9 o'clock. Ever been to a Hattie B's or Red's Hot? No, I don't. I don't care about like Memphis hot chicken or none of that shit. Hattie B's, there's one in Nashville, and then I think the original one, the real one, is in Memphis, I think.
And if you're gonna go get chicken in Nashville, go to Bolton's.
Rally's has 2 lanes, so there's no Rally's here.
Does Rally's and Checkers even exist anymore?
There was a couple. Yeah. There was a Checkers in Jackson, but like when a Rally's first opened in, it was in Kearny Mesa in San Diego. I remember eating hot chicken in Memphis with Mookie. Surprised you remember anything with Mookie. Mookie was on the live. Ben was on a live a couple months ago for a while. On one of my lives, not like as a co-host or anything. He just popped in, was commenting. I'm like, tell me something so I know it was you. And he had him. It was him. Florida, chock full of Checkers.
Man, I don't think I ever saw one when I lived there.
Is Checkers really the same as Rally's though? Or is that like, what's the thing that's supposed to be Carl's Jr. this year? Hardee's, yeah. And it's fucking nasty. Yeah. Fucking horrible. We stopped on a Christmas Eve or something at a gas station that had a Hardee's in there, and I'm like, I'll have that, whatever the picture. And it didn't fucking look anything like that picture.
Do you guys have a Fat Moe's here?
Fat Moe's? No, I don't think so.
You ever been to Moe's, the taco place? It's like Subway, but for tacos and burritos.
357. What's up, buddy? You ever been to Bar Taco?
No.
It's really good. It's in Nashville.
Did you get the? You went to Assembly, right?
Assembly Hall, yeah.
Did you get there's a place in there called the Velvet Taco?
No, I had. Really good. So the first time we went there for lunch, we went there twice the same day. We went and had fancy grilled cheese sandwiches, and then we had poke bowls, and then we went back for dinner, and I had a lobster roll and some sushi and something. I went to 3 places.
The sushi place there's they're expensive, but
everything in there is expensive.
I mean, it's just Nashville.
Originally separate entities, Checkers serving the Southeast, Rally's Midwest. There's a Rally's in Murray. Got it. I don't go to Murray very much or ever. Hardee's has a good peach shake and peach cobbler. I like peach cobbler.
Have you ever seen all of the amount of milkshake flavors they have at Sonic? They have like a bacon peanut butter milkshake. They have like a whole secret menu of milkshakes.
None of that's real ice cream though.
No.
Checkers and Sally's owned by the same.
Velvet Taco.
Is Sally's a restaurant or is Sally's like the beauty supply place? Like Lincoln, Ford, Nissan, Infinity. What time is it? I'm hungry.
11:30.
54. What's up, buddy? Who wants one of these new kit bags? And would you use the pals on the face? I repaired heating for so many. What does this say? I repaired heating for so many restaurants that I could never eat after seeing how bad the kitchens were. Hardee's always had clean kitchens.
Dude, that's like whenever you have the. I worked at Culver's for a little while, and they have like all these different toppings you can put on burgers, and they're supposed to stay at a certain temperature.
Yeah.
But when you test the temperature and it's not there, you always just write in what it's supposed to be every time.
Oh yeah, you're right, Paula. He did mean Rallies. West Coast. What's up, Alchemist? How are you? It would be a great range bag. It's like they're fucking heavy though. Like when we put the foam inside it. I thought it was about 10 pounds. Brandel said 4, and when Amanda weighed it, it was 4. It's 4 with the foam kit inside the big one. Fish tacos, yeah, I like fish tacos. We had Rubio's in San Diego, which is a chain of fish taco and shrimp stuff, and I really like those. Like that's one of the things I miss from San Diego. It's just food stuff. Still have Mystery Ranch bags in AOR2. Reed, did I ever have AOR2 Mystery Ranch bags? I don't know. I have 80 some backpacks. I think 50 of them are Mystery Ranch, but I don't remember having AOR2 bags. Oh, Amanda says the bag's almost 5 pounds. Yeah, Rubio's was good. Wahoo's, yeah. Amanda gets fish tacos every now and then. If we go someplace that's not I'll get fish tacos if we're at a real Mexican place or something. Corn or flour, David. I prefer corn, but we have a food truck here that comes to town that's really good, and Amanda will get me a couple different things, and I'll have her get corn and flour because I'm going to eat it again for dinner, and the corn just doesn't stay together over time. So for dinner, I'll have them with flour, but corn is my preferred. Palace is a must on the kit bag. So this, I can't ever tell what they see here. There's this is the small one. I think we're zoomed in. That's why it looks like that. Let me zoom this out and see what they actually see. Okay, there we go. And then there's this one, which is the big one. And that's got the pad kit in there. You can take the pad kit in and out. And we're probably going to sell the bag and then sell the pad kit as an addition. I'm not eating. Yeah, so that's what I mean. In Tennessee here, I'd never seen it till I moved here. We went to a sushi place, and they have crawfish in a lot of the rolls. And I thought that was weird. And then we were at a sushi place, and they had fucking catfish in some of the rolls, which was weird. So, like, a lot of the fish here is tilapia or catfish for shit. So, I want like wahoo or fucking dorado or, something like that in the fish tacos.
Don't eat the tilapia.
White people, fish tacos. I can't hear fish tacos without hearing Cartman. Buddy just moved to Imperial Beach. I'm going to spend a weekend in the team house with him. What's he doing in Imperial Beach, Reed? Yeah, that'd be a good fish taco for sure. I have to extend infusion treatments another 2 weeks. Doctors are impressed with progress, and deductible was hit, so it's free now. Right on, dude. Is that stem cells or like PRP, or what are you doing, Mycon? Bonefish makes a bang bang shrimp. I never really liked their shrimp. I always thought they were a little undercooked when I'd go there. I used to go there with Sherman House, and then Amanda and I and the kids went there. We would go to Bonefish Grill 2-3 times a month probably, but I never cared for the bang bang shrimp. Grouper sandwiches, only fish tacos I like to eat has 2 legs and nice boobs.
Yeah, I think dolphin's probably the best.
That's Dorado. That's not Dorado. Yeah, it's not a porpoise.
No, it's not a dolphin. Everybody where I'm from calls them dolphin.
SQT. Got it. Okay. Got it. Wound care, antibacterial, and healing infusions. Got it, man. Man, there are a lot of fucking medical options that people really rave about for fucking Tijuana, man. They pick you up at the airport. They take you down. You're in a luxury hotel. Some of the fish fry places, southeast San Diego, best $5 red snapper. Yeah.
$5 for red snapper is fucking... That's a deal. That's the big game fish where I'm from is red snapper.
I only eat Nobu black cod.
I don't touch fish.
You would eat this, dude. No, you should. Did you not ever see any of the stuff Josh cooked?
Yeah, I haven't touched fish.
Holy shit, that was good.
Have you ever had shark?
Yeah.
Have you ever had shark fin soup?
No, I've never seen shark fin soup, but I've had thresher shark and a couple other. Like, now that you mention that, you don't really see that, and maybe it's just because we're not in San Diego. But in San Diego, the shark was on the menu quite a bit, like at Tom's Lighthouse or the Chart House or the Fish House, or like we used to go to those places, once a month or so.
When you're on the beach where I grew up, you would see people would catch hammerheads. There's a shitload of stingrays there, so a lot of hammerheads. They like to eat stingrays, and people would reel in like 6-7 foot hammerhead sharks just off of the beach. And I mean, you can't really do much.
That's a small one.
Yeah, that's a small one, but there's big ones out there. You'll see a big one out there every now and
There's a
then.
place near Cranberry, Pennsylvania that sells shark fin soup.
It's like super taboo
Alligator
now.
tail, ibogaine treatment. Yeah, that interview we did with Instructor Z, ibogaine is what he did, and he said it really fucking works. Marylanders don't dare try crab cakes outside of Chesapeake region. Somebody said something about a turtle. I don't see where that went. I would totally try turtle if I ever saw it on a menu somewhere.
Is there anything you wouldn't try? Is there any kind of meat you wouldn't try?
No, I'd eat almost anything. I've been watching this dude that goes to China. He's a Canadian dude, but he goes to China all around, and there's like these streets. It's just a giant street, tons of shops, and he's like, I'm looking for the mystery meat place, and there's literally there's a whole section with like 15, 20, 30 restaurants, and you don't know what the meat is. It's just on skewers, and you just buy it. And he's like, I don't know what this is. There's a little bone in it. It's really good. It's really good. He has no idea what he's eating.
Mystery meat in China. It's gonna be Uyghur
Muslims, maybe
Muslim meat.
So Chris Barrett, when they moved, when they bought the Outpost firearm place, it used to be a truck stop, and they kept the restaurant that was there. And we went there several times, and they had crab legs. But every time I get crab legs, they're almost like they're runny. There's like fresh water in them because I don't know if they flash fry them or what, but they're not cooked enough, or they're overcooked. It's like too much fucking work. Just like when you order alligator, right? It always comes in little alligator bites, but it's almost all breading. Like if I could get a fucking alligator tail steak or something like that, that'd be great. But just having all the fucking breading, it's like there's a food truck that we get food off of. It's a Thai place, and they have a pad Thai shrimp and a pad Thai chicken that is fucking amazing. And their pad Thai, their fried rice is really good. But they have, what's that chicken you got the other day? Amanda gets it. Orange chicken. It's really good, but there's way too much breading on it. I can tell you the McDonald's hamburgers in South Korea in the early 2000s weren't beef. Not sure what they were.
I'll tell you what they fucking were. That South Korean McDonald's was North Korean. That's what it was.
They were eating North Koreans?
You were eating North Koreans.
Pachanga buffet, crab legs, all ice stack. The Pachanga out of San Diego out there, the Indian Reservation Pachanga. Alligator tail we got was split down the middle. That's cool. Probably dog. If I went a place and they had dog on the menu, I'd eat that. I'd try cat.
The frog legs, dude, frog legs are so good. Whenever you get frogs and you're cutting the legs off of them, you skin them out and you go to season them, you put the salt all over them, they'll start jumping around on the plate. The legs will move around on the plate. It's pretty cool.
Big bowl of melted butter. Man, we went, I searched king crab, Nashville, and we found like 3 or 4 places, and we went one, and they had a private party in the back, had like 100 people, so they had taken all the king crab legs, so I wasn't able to get. But finding king crab is fucking very difficult now.
I don't think I've ever had king crab.
Biggest trick in the food industry: fresh Alaskan crab legs. Yeah, you used to be able to get good crab and really good lobster tails at Costco. Apparently Wolf is good.
Yeah, they always used to have in grocery stores, like even Walmart and shit, they always used to have the tank with the lobsters in them, and you never see that anymore.
Motherfucker, you never were old enough to see that.
Yeah,
when we moved to Camden here, you heard me say that shit the other day. When we moved to Camden, which was 20-some years ago, they had a giant fucking fish tank with live lobsters in it, even here in Camden. Every grocery store had that. You do? Food City. Yeah. What's the World Market or the Asian markets in Nashville? They have them. They have big, huge aquariums with all kinds of fish.
They're only allowed to have like 2 in there or something. There's only I only ever see 2, and it's a round tank.
Do they fight? Will they fight in there?
Lobsters are banned. Yeah. Come to Seattle, and you can get Alaskan king crab legs fresh off the boat. Fishermen. Yeah, we used to do that in San Francisco, Fisherman Wharf. I was in Africa for several years. Had every game animal imaginable. Best was zebra. That's
It's just
cool.
horse. It's just horse, man.
Yeah, Obama opened that up. We can eat horse in the United States now. Mystery meat is best when you're on a deployment in a third world country. Yeah. The bat sticks, monkey on a stick and shit.
Monkey meat.
Yeah, most of it's not monkey, though. Had some street food in Japan, didn't know what it was. That's what I would do if I went to like Thailand or something. I just want to go eat weird shit. All right, guys, we got to go actually do some more. We'll see you guys. Thanks for hanging out. See you tonight, 9 o'clock.